Hi, everybody. We had technical difficulties, which is the joy of live TV. And this is what happens. We have to keep in mind that live TV is somewhat of a new thing. So Facebook Live is pretty much brand new from desktop, and third-party application have been kind of allowing us to do this. And so that means different browsers, different platforms. So really, it did not work at all earlier, and now it's working. So welcome, everybody, to the 4th episode of Social Chats. Today, we have a really big agenda, and we welcome our viewer. Thank you so much for joining. And all the others we add that we just lost, please come back. We're still here in full force. And so on the agenda today, latest and greatest on Facebook and Instagram, what is happening these days. There's lots going on this week, lots of new things, so we're going to cover this. We're going to go over some news in the New York Times about Instagram that was really interesting. And then we'll touch about on cross-pollination. We teach cross-pollination in our classes, and a lot of students had questions about that, so we thought we would review that. And then we have been doing a challenge with Adobe Spark and the Tailwind app, so on Instagram. So I will talk about this and what I've learned from it. Really great way to boost your engagement. And finally, we have an amazing news. So I don't know if we should maybe announce the amazing news now, and then it will kickstart Hi, Robert. Welcome back. We're so sorry. Welcome back, and welcome to everyone who's joining us on replay. We are here for you. So let's start maybe with the big announcement. Heather, do you want to step in with a big announcement of what is going to happen on May 24th?
Yeah, we're really excited. Catherine and I have been working together with an amazing company, a website company that is for real estate agents, and it's called Realty Ninja. And Seppi is going to be one of our guests. We're actually going to go to their studio. We love these guys. They're hilarious. They're incredible at what they do. And we just thought, you know, the root of everything we do is within our website. That's what we use. We do website audits. And by doing this, we've learned the power of having an amazing website. And Seppi has been giving a really nice discount to our clients that we refer. We don't get anything from it. We just believe in these guys. And so we thought, Catherine said, why don't we get Seppi to be one of our guests on our show? And Seppi has accepted, and we're very excited. So that will be on Thursday. Is it a Thursday, Catherine? The 24th of May, which is coming up really.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. So Wednesday, May the 24th. And it's going to be an afternoon show. Instead of a morning show, we're going to shoot later in the afternoon, 4:30, I believe, or 3:30. But we're going to put something together for you. And that's our big announcement. Anything I missed on that, Catherine?
Well, the good thing about that is on that show, we will be giving away some prizes. So you have to make sure that you watch so that you can see what the prizes are all about. It's going to be really great. We're going to cover website, newsletters, the power of social media to boost traffic to your website, the do's and don'ts with having a website, and how to create amazing content and repurpose it on social media. So that's going to be a very, very good show. And Realty Ninja are amazing. You should check them out.
And the one big thing that is being talked about a lot, and some people might not understand what it means, but we're going to talk about landing pages. What is a landing page? It's going to be an amazing show. There's nothing better than when you can sit down with someone that lives and breathes in a particular industry and they share their knowledge with you. We can only get value from that. So we're very excited to have Seppi joining us on the 24th.
Okay, and so to answer Robert, this is May 24th at 3:30. On the Keep It Simple social media Facebook page in conjunction with Realty Ninja. So moving on the agenda, maybe Heather, you can talk a bit about what is happening this week with Facebook in case anyone is wondering, and a little bit about Facebook Live and the edit functions on your photos and videos.
Okay, super. So thank you, Catherine, for the intro. And I'm going to just go over briefly some of the new things. There's always a ton of new things, but we're just going to touch base on the new items that we think benefit a business page, because we're primarily focused on business pages here on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. It's all business for us. How do we drive business through our door or make our telephone ring? And that's the focus of our show. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook to get started, and then Catherine's going to talk about Instagram. So I'm going to tell you a couple of new things that have just started happening on Facebook. So Facebook now has something called reminders. And it's just another item that Facebook is putting into their toolbox, so you don't have to leave Facebook to do things. And so it's like a Google Calendar, really. And you go into your settings. So when you're on your business page and you look in the top right-hand corner, that's where your settings tab is. If you click on the settings, it will then open up into, I call it the back end. From there, just look over on your left-hand side, and the first tab is called General. If you start looking down, you will see the Reminders tab. But just note, this is brand new, and as with anything with Facebook, it rolls out. So even though I don't have it on a lot of my business pages, I have it on a couple of them. So eventually, within the next couple of weeks, you should see the reminders. And once again, it's just a calendar for you to use. And interesting enough, if you look at it from a business standpoint, it might be a really good place for you to create your content calendar on Facebook for your business page. So what should you be doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Which days are you going to post? And I always say that you need to be consistent with your Facebook business page. And that means maybe you should post at least 3 times a week. And using this calendar will help you to remember what days you need to post. You can look at what you've put in your calendar as far as contents on Monday, throwback Thursdays, promos on maybe Fridays, or welcome to the weekend posts. It all depends what you want to do and what your business is. And so reminders is brand new on Facebook, as is live video, brand new. Now, some of you, if you look at your boxes just under your cover image, where primarily we use box number 1. When you click on box number 1, it gives you the option to add video, photos, create a photo album, do a carousel link ad, which is a URL that you drop into that box. Also, you can create my favorite, which is the slideshows, where you can add 3 to 10 photos. But nowhere in those boxes does it tell you live video. In most cases, what I've seen is underneath those really colorful boxes that try to make you create ads and things of that nature, get leads to your business, create an event, you'll see it says see all. You actually have to click on the see all, and it drops down another couple of choices for content posting ideas. And one of them will be live video. Now, on some of my pages, that live video tab is right up at the top, so it's easy for me to see. And in other cases, you might not think you have live video because you have to click on the see all, get the little drop down where it's got 2 more choices for creating content. Once again, you have to be using Google Chrome to create live video on Facebook. It does not work in other browsers at this time. And right now, news is Facebook is experiencing a lot of difficulties within the Chrome browser for the business pages. I haven't experienced any problems, and I'm just going to quickly ask Catherine. Catherine, have you experienced any problems from your actual mobile device on your business pages?
It wasn't as fast. It wasn't as fast as usual. Usually I can log in super fast to all your business page account, and this week it hasn't been that fast, and the whole shaking, the screen starts shaking, the page says kill, it stops on its own, and it's something we've been talking with Facebook about sending them live screen casts.
That only happens from your desktop computer utilizing Google Chrome, correct?
Correct. And on mobile, it has been a slower experience.
Yeah. Okay, so Catherine and I have a mentor, and we've been following our mentor, and I've been reading the comments in those posts that have been made, and a lot of people all around the world are going through the same experience. So you know what you do? You either shut down Google Chrome and open up a different browser to get your work done, or you just close your computer and go away for a little bit, because it's not you. And if you frustrate yourself because you're new to using Facebook, it might really deter you. And you want to keep a positive attitude when you're on your business page. And it's technology. And technology has problems. It's not always a smooth sail. And we've noticed that too, utilizing so many business pages to post on. What else have I got here to tell you about? So, speaking of live, Facebook in the middle of June is going to launch their live TV. So, YouTube is doing it, Netflix is doing it, Amazon has live TV, and so Facebook will also have live TV, and really, it's in the beginning stages right now. So what you want to do is just pay attention, maybe Google some articles and read what you can to get yourself familiar with where the internet is going today. Less people are watching television actually on the big screen. And if they are, they're accessing it through Apple TV. And a different generation, such as my daughter, for example, she's watching all her movies directly from her telephone. And I don't mean an iPad. I mean, she's watching it on a little tiny screen, and she's very comfortable doing this. Catherine, what about your son? Is he doing the same thing?
Yeah, maybe not entire movies, but definitely lots of videos for sure. So, I mean, they're on their phone. The next generation is not going to be typing an email. They're going to be texting. Everything, a bit like WhatsApp is happening in Asia, where no one uses their computers anymore. Everyone's on WhatsApp and using, and I think this is where Facebook Manager is heading to, where they're going to try to slowly move everything while they're trying to do it quick, but move everything to their phone. So I actually got a notification from Facebook asking me if I wanted to pay for a service. That's the first time it happened to me. Pay for a service with my phone through Facebook. And I said, yeah, sure, let's try it. And then it said, oh, sorry, it's not there for you yet. So it's coming. Soon you're going to be able to just do everything through Facebook. And that includes, watching your TV shows, paying and shopping and do everything. So we're moving there. Welcome to our other viewers and for you watching replay. This is Social Chats episode 4. Latest and greatest of the week.
Catherine actually mentioned the Facebook Messenger. So you're going to notice when you're on your personal profile and then you've downloaded the Facebook Messenger app now, they're really trying to move everyone over to the app. I remember a year ago when we were doing a talk at a big conference and
oh my gosh, Facebook is calling.
Oh, well, why don't you answer the phone?
Hello, this is Catherine.
Facebook is calling because we're having so many problems on our business pages that we've been reaching out to Facebook and setting up calls. And because our Facebook chat was supposed to start at 10:30 this morning and then we experienced huge difficulties, we're doing our show half an hour later. And so Catherine probably scheduled the call for just after 11. But nonetheless, let's continue on. Facebook Messenger, when you're on Facebook Messenger, you might have noticed all those circles that are above, and you might have thought that's a little bit of a nuisance, but you better start clicking on them and finding out what they're about. And they're called Facebook Stories, and they're very similar to Instagram Stories. And the reason that they are very popular right now is because it's exposure. And I personally am not using them on Facebook at this point. It's very much like a Snapchat type of format. Catherine's doing a lot of it on Instagram, and you will soon see advertising up there in your messenger as well. One of the other really neat things that has happened, and the only way that you see all of the cool benefits and features that have been released, is to actually pay attention to the emails that Facebook is sending you, as well as click on things. So for example, today you can enhance your photos without putting them onto a third-party photo editing site right off the bat. So if you have a photo on Facebook or a video on Facebook and you go into edit photo or edit video, you will see the enhanced little wand. Go ahead and click on these things and find out what it can do to make your experience a little better for your viewers. As well, you can go into your videos and click on generate, and you can generate the caption. So that's the speaking. So if you're speaking in your videos, we know that over 80% of the people that watch videos, they don't want any sound. So what you want to do is you want to go into your video after you've posted it. If you go and click on edit post, it will open up the video, and there you can give the video a nice title. You can tag the video with tags, and then you can click on generate, and generate will generate captions. And right now it's automatically generating the captions. But what you need to do is you need to read through the captions to make sure that the words are being spelled correctly. And because, for example, Canuck Place, when I did one yesterday, did not spell Canuck Place properly, as well as the words seashells and Mudge Island and little things. Also, I like to capitalize people's names. So when I say, thank you, this is Heather, I like to capitalize the H on Heather. So it's just the little things that you can do that make the user's experience more enjoyable. And so that happens by clicking on edit. You can edit your photos, you can edit your videos today. And the newest thing, I think this is very cool. Let's say you're hosting an open house, whether you're a real estate agent or you have a big sale going on the weekend. You can now, in your boost a post, and once again, this is rolling out, so not everyone has it. I have it on a couple of business pages, and I know Catherine has been using it like crazy for open houses with our client in Toronto, the Torontoism team. And so what happens is you create your post on Facebook, and then when the post is made, underneath the post from your wall, you see the word boost the post, correct? And usually what we say is, you know, it's better for you to go into your ads manager and then create your ad, because you have so many more options for granularly targeting your audience. But in this case, there's some really new options. So what I'm talking about is when you post your post on your Facebook business page and you look under it, the blue box that says boost the post. If you click on boost the post now, rolling out are options where people can get directions to your open house, to your office, to your event, to whatever it is that you want people to come to. And that's a paid option. You can spend $1 a day if you want. There's no limit, or you can't pay under $1, but you can pay as much as you want. And you can get people to get directions to your event. And it's brand new. And I see Catherine's back now. So Catherine, I was just telling everyone about the get directions option in the boost post.
Okay. I was just, is the screen on me? I'm not sure, but this is so interesting because I was just on the phone, but no kidding, I was on the phone with Facebook because some people get to be on the phone with Facebook. So I was just a second ago on the phone with Facebook, and they were calling me about that because we were chatting about that feature. And when it first rolled in, it's not on everyone's pages. And so I thought, I wasn't sure if it was working or not because it was kind of half there, but now I have that feature 100% working on one of our clients' pages anyway. So what happens is that when you do create a post on your business page, and I'm going to take a real estate example. Say you have a listing that you'd like to advertise. You have an open house that you'd like to advertise. So you can put a photo of the open house, a post, and you say, we have an open house at this address, come and join us, couple of images, a link to your listing, you get all your bases covered. And then once the post is on your page, you will see a blue button that says boost post. And we always see that boost post button. The difference now is that when you click boost post, there's two things. First of all, it allows you to choose an audience that you would have built in the past. So either you choose the basic audience that Facebook gives you, or now you can see more. And if you ever saved an audience, this is a bit more advanced, but if you've used Ad Manager before, you can choose your saved audience, which is really, it can be a really detailed audience. But anyways, the best thing is, it says, would you like to choose a button? And you can have a button that says learn more or shop now, for example, or contact us or message us. But there's also a button that says get directions. And get directions, if you're running an open house, that's hard for me to say, open house, and you can put get directions, which is great because people, and then you enter the address of the open house, not of your business. And so what happens is that when people are on their phone and they're looking at Facebook and then they say, oh, this is a great property, there's an open house this day, this is today or tomorrow, or you're in the area, you click get directions and it opens into Google Maps and takes you directly to where the open house is. So also, this is great for your client, but also for you to be able to track the return on your investment. If you're running an ad for an open house and you're able to track the amount of people who click the get directions button, it really kind of narrows down where your money went. So get directions is also really interesting. If you have a restaurant, you can have a menu or a special of the day, and then add this get direction button to take people directly to your location. And so this is available on your Facebook business page when you click boost under a specific post, and it's also available on Instagram. And so that was the big kind of highlight with that. And so what Facebook was saying, when we were on the phone, they were saying, well, this option is not available for everybody yet. It's rolling in, so you might have it or might not. But what it means is, as always with Facebook, keep touching the buttons, and when they say there's a new feature, then click on it and see what it is, and you never know what you might find out. And if you're not sure, ask us, and we'll let you know if it works or not. So that was the Facebook update. The other thing with Facebook, I was asking Facebook if they have any updates with the shaking screen thing and all the problems they've been experiencing last week, and they will get back to us on that. So it is what it is.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Catherine. And while we're talking about bugs and things, I want to talk to the people that are brand new using Facebook. And sometimes what happens, I want to tell you about another bug that's out there right now. If you don't pay attention when you're searching for your login on Facebook, so let's say you're in Safari and you put Facebook login and you hit search, and then you get a row of choices to make to log into Facebook. If you don't look clearly at what that link is underneath what it says, even though it uses the words Facebook login, it might not necessarily be the facebook.com login. And that's what you're looking for. And there are some of them out there today, and I know because I click around to experience all the horrible things that some of you might be going through. And one of the things was, if you click on it, it takes you to a screen that opens up and tells you you've got a virus alert and you need to make a phone call right now. They're getting into your bank accounts. They're doing all these things that scare you so bad that you look at this 1-800 number that's sitting there and you might be tempted to call it. Do not. And in fact, it even tells you, don't X out of the screen. You have clicked on a link to an ad that a company is running to scam you. And these things have been running rampant for the last year now. So how do you avoid this? When you're searching to log into Facebook, you want to make sure that it says facebook.com and doesn't have a little thing that says add and then some other letters afterwards. So that's just something that I came across when I was doing some research this week that I thought some of you might also be experiencing these things yourself. Catherine, back to you.
Okay, so maybe we can move on to Instagram. So the fun thing with Instagram this week, there's new stickers. I don't know if you do Instagram stories, but for if you're not sure why you should be doing Instagram stories, you can look on our Facebook business page. We did a video in the last week talking about Instagram stories for your business and why they work and why they are important. But if you are on Instagram stories, you can add new stickers, and there's Mother's Day stickers. This is all very geeky friend stuff. And Instagram story, for those who are not sure what they are, is on Instagram, when you are looking at your Instagram profile, maybe you'll be able to see it right on this screen. There's circles, spinning circles on the top. So if I'm here, so this is my Instagram profile, and there's these circles on the top, and these circles are Instagram stories. And if I click on new, say Instagram is telling me, oh, we have new stickers. These are the new mom stickers on Instagram. And so these are the stub buttons. And why they're important for your business is because this is prime real estate, and you get really, really, really good results, like really good engagement, and mostly really good reach with Instagram stories is what it is. So new stickers on Instagram stories. The other fun thing with Instagram stories is when you are creating your story, you can swipe like this for filters. So in Instagram, when you have a photo and an image and you want to add a filter, normally you click at the bottom for the different filters. Now you can just practice swiping around and you will see different screens coming up. So for example, if I'm here and I do, this is my Instagram story screen, and if I'm doing a live video and I say, well, I'm not sure if I'm in the good account, which would be awful if I was on someone else's account. Are we, am I in Keep It Simple Social Media? Okay.
That's because Catherine runs several different Instagram accounts, and that's why
I have lots of different Instagram people on there. So basically on the top here, you'll see a circle with a plus that says, can you see? Probably not, but here it says Instagram stories. So when you press on it, if you take one click, that does a photo. If you leave your finger on it, that is a story, a video. And so I'm doing a video. Once your video is on, if you swipe it, you'll see different screens of colors. So try swiping, swipe with Instagram. It's a little bit like Snapchat that way. So that was fun. Another thing with Instagram stories is that you can advertise stories. This is an advanced, like a black diamond tip, but if you are in Ads Manager on Facebook, you can actually create a story and advertise it. And the way to do that, it took me a while to figure out how on earth do you go from Facebook Business Manager to advertise an Instagram story that does not exist on Instagram and only lasts 24 hours was my big question. And the answer to that is that you have to choose reach as an objective in Facebook Ads Manager, and then in your placement, you would choose Instagram story. So this is a black diamond tip, everyone. If you understand Facebook Ads Manager and you understand Instagram stories, this would be an aha moment. If not, don't worry about it. Don't even get into it. Just take it as like another thing to think about. But yeah, so you can advertise through Facebook Ads Manager, Instagram stories, and we can get back on that if everyone wants to know. Another cool thing to remember with Instagram, and I've been playing a lot with it this week, is the analytics. So if we have a video on that as well, we can put the link afterwards in our in this post. But what happens with Instagram, you can link your Instagram account to your Facebook business page and have an Instagram business account. And the magic with this is that there's little bars that allow you to track your analytics on Instagram. So if you're in your business account and on top here, you'll see 3 little bars, and those little bars give you analytics. Now, something to remember, and that's really important, is that you can look at the analytics for ads that you've run on Instagram with that way on your phone. You can also go back to your post up to more than a year. I think it's even a couple of years. You can go back in Instagram analytics to see results of your post and engagement, impression, and so on. But if you're looking at analytics for Instagram stories, you can only go back 14 days, which means that if you're reporting to your clients every 30 days, like once a month, you send them a report. If you've been running Instagram stories, you have to be really careful because the analytics will disappear, which I don't know why, because it's really silly, but what it means is that you have to take screenshots. So if you run a great stories for one of your clients or for your business and for your own business, and you want to make sure you keep the data and know how well your story did just for future knowledge, make sure, remember that the analytics would only be there for 14 days. So quick recap on Instagram. Instagram has new stickers and Instagram stories. If you're not sure why to use Instagram stories and what they are, you can visit their Facebook business page. There's video specifically on that. So new stickers and new features with Instagram stories. You can swipe for filters. And if you have an Instagram business account, remember to have a look at analytics for posts and stories. And remember to that analytics for stories only last 14 days, as opposed to posts that last for way longer. And so, the other thing, should I talk about the challenge, the Adobe Spark challenge?
Yeah, I touched on that in the other video, but of course, we have so many technical problems with it. So go ahead and tell them what you've been up to for the last few weeks, Catherine.
Okay, so I've joined this challenge that's called, by Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is a free design software, which is great. It's a little bit like Canva or Get Stencil if you are familiar with that. So Adobe Spark is another free design software. It is, in my opinion, a little bit harder to play with than Canva or Get Stencil, but it has some really, really good features. So I would recommend you at least having a look at it. You don't need to master anything, but just knowing that it's out there for if ever you want to try something new. But the great thing about the challenge is that you have to use Tailwind app, which is scheduling application for Instagram. So instead of having to do your Instagram post straight with your phone right away, you can schedule them in Tailwind. And Tailwind will send you a notification on your post on your phone saying, if you would like to post this, just click a button.
Tailwind. How do you spell that, Catherine?
Tailwind. I'll put a link. It's Tail, Tailwind, Tailwind app. Yeah, it's like so.
No, you just send the link. Just add a link.
So the great thing about this challenge, what I've learned, so 2 things that I've learned. First of all, when you use a design software before, because the challenge tells you have to use their design software before you post on Instagram, and you have to use a scheduling system. They're 2 platforms. So they want you to practice using their platform, which is really smart because at the end of 30 days, I'll be really good at it. But what I've learned, and this is a key tool to increase your engagement on Instagram, is that you have to take the time to edit your photos before you put them there. So if you do go through a third-party application with Canva or Get Stencil or Adobe Spark, what it does is that it forces you to take a moment to really think about your image. Is that image really good? Is it the best resolution? Is it bright enough? Should I add some text or some kind of layout? And really, it makes a huge difference in engagement. So 2 things and I've been gaining, I think I got like an increase in 25% in my followers on Instagram in the last week or so just by doing that. So it is a huge increase. I have new followers every day, and that's that two things I've done. First of all, every image I have put this week on my Instagram account, Catherine Aird, A-I-R-D, Catherine, C-A-T-H-E-R-I-N-E. So on that account, and then the Keep It Simple social media, you will see all the posts. I've gone to Adobe Spark as a free design software before I put them there. And the extra time I took to edit those images and think about the images and think about the message I'm trying to pass along, just that increased my engagement. The second trick to boost your engagement with Instagram is to research your hashtags. And hashtags is a little square mark with a word like hashtag happy or hashtag selfie or tip Tuesday or something like that. So if you're trying to reach a certain audience, see what the leaders in the industry are doing and copy their hashtags or search them, click them and see what comes up. So for example, if you have a clothing company that does, say, eco-friendly clothing, you know who your competitors are or who are the leaders in the industry and in that field. So find them on Instagram. Go in their post, see which post got the most engagement, and look what hashtag they're using. And in this challenge I've been doing in the last month, every day I'm being sent some hashtags to try and a subject. And just by using those hashtags, so different hashtags than I would normally use, that I've been kind of researched for me type thing, but just by changing the hashtags I was using and making sure they were really, really specific to the message I was trying to pass along, and by editing my photos, taking the extra step to making sure that before I post them, they're really great, that has increased my Instagram following by 25%. So 2 tricks: pay attention to your photos. If you can, use a free design software, Canva. There's WordSwag. WordSwag is amazing. Tailwind, Adobe Spark. Take your photos through that. Think about your message and research your hashtag, and I guarantee you will increase your engagement on Instagram.
Yeah, you said a couple of really key things that we have to realize. If we are creating our marketing today, it means you have to learn something new. And Catherine and I did the 30-day video challenge. Catherine just did the Instagram Adobe Spark challenge for 30 days. When you do something more than once, more than twice, 5 times, 10 times, 30 times, that's how you learn, and that's how you understand what works. So that's one really good key point, Catherine. But the second thing that Catherine said was, a couple of weeks ago, she was telling me about hashtags that they were considering to use for one of the businesses that we work with. And she said, you wouldn't believe what came up. So if you just use a hashtag without researching it, you best be careful that it's not covering off maybe marijuana or drugs, or pornography. Quite seriously, you need to research it before you use it and try to enjoy your experience. Also, Catherine, you've been doing Adobe Spark, but Adobe Spark also has Adobe Spark Video. And love it. It's lots of fun, but it's not easy the first times that you try to use these things.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's worth to try. Really, it's worth give it a try. Adobe Spark, to be honest, it took me like 3 times, and we met with Adobe Spark at the Social Media World Conference in San Diego, and we talked to them, and they showed me it. But by the time I got home, I was like, oh, there's no way, this is way too much. But I must say, now that I know how to use it, it is a great platform. Same with WordSwag and the other platforms out there.
Yeah, and Catherine, you and I are a little more technical than some of the people that are just stepping up to the plate to learn. So even though it took you 3 or 4 times to figure it out, give yourself credit for being there if you're new to any of these platforms, and just take your time. And it's just a matter, it's called time on task. That's how you learn.
Yeah, so really, that sums up with Do you want to say, do you want to have a word about cross-pollination? Just like a 2 minute of what cross-pollination is? Because I know in class people were really interesting, and it is a really, really powerful tool to increase your engagement and your followers on Facebook. And that's a question we get all the time. How do I increase my engagement? How do I increase my number of followers on my Facebook business page? Cross-pollination, two things. Cross-pollination, being consistent in posting, and sometimes putting money behind some of your posts. But I'll let you talk about cross-pollination because it is a hot topic. And welcome to the people who joined us.
Yes, thank you for being here with us. Thank you, Catherine. Let's talk about what is cross-pollination marketing. And you can either do it when you're paying for it through posts that you make, and how you do that is, so I create a post. Let's say that I'm a home inspector and I go for lunch with a lawyer or a home designer, someone that maybe is in relation to my business, let's say. And we have lunch at our favorite restaurant. Let's say it's Joey Tomatoes in Coquitlam. And I happen to take a few pictures while I'm at the restaurant with the lawyer and the home designer that I'm with. And when I get back to the office, I turn that into a scheduled post for, say, tomorrow, and I just give a shout out by using the @ symbol and finding the business page of that lawyer on Facebook. Facebook will find the business page. I just have to click on it, and it will pop it into the text conversation that I'm writing out. That is called a hyperlink. That business receives a notification that I've talked about them. So there's one way to cross-pollinate your business. And I wouldn't just give a shout out to the lawyer. I would also give a shout out to the restaurant and maybe the home designer. And if I was with a real estate agent, I would tag, so to speak, all 4 of those businesses. So that's one really fun way that you can cross-pollinate and promote someone else's business while putting your business top of mind. The second way, and this is not working for everyone anymore, so we're not sure what type of a change Facebook is going through, but this is on your wall, on your business page. If you look to the right-hand side and go down, you will see it says See Pages Feed, and it's just written out. It's See Pages Feed. And if you click on that, it will take you to what's known as your second newsfeed on Facebook. So as a personal profile on Facebook, all my friends and family are on the newsfeed when I log into Facebook. That's my first newsfeed. When I created a business page on Facebook, Facebook said a business page cannot like people. You can only like other business pages. Thereby, the only way to cross-pollinate with other businesses is to like those business pages as your business. And you will see when you log on to the See Pages feed, there will be a little green box in the top right-hand corner that says Like Other Pages. Click on it and start searching out other business pages that would be advantageous for you to comment and like on their posts and content. And it will start filling up that newsfeed with the posts that they make when in fact they post on Facebook. And on the left-hand side, it will show you all those pages that you've liked. And you want to think more of local business, like the Vancouver Canucks is probably not a page that I would like to cross-pollinate with, because the majority of the audience on those pages is 18 to 24 years old, because they do a lot of contests and give away prizes. Shopping malls are also another place. Oprah Winfrey, no. They don't work, because your comment and your likes actually get lost in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that are liking and commenting on those pages. Once again, this is another opportunity for you to cross-pollinate with other businesses on Facebook. It does take a little bit of time. I say schedule 5 minutes twice a week, and you can drop off your business card, which is you saying hello to all those business pages, plus anyone that's liked or commented on their content that they've posted, without even leaving your office. It's simple to do, but hard to understand in the beginning. So just practice, once again, time on task. Does that answer your question, Catherine, on cross-pollination?
Yeah, I think that sums them up. And what you can do for people who want to try this, you can go on our Facebook business page and keep it simple social media and then try it. So what you do is if you see a post or a video that you like, go in the comment field where it says add a comment. And instead of just liking a post or a video, actually write us a little note, put a little comment like great video or great tip or this is funny, whatever you want to write, and then press enter. And then you'll see your comment, and above it, you'll see your name and you'll see your business card, which is the actual name of your business. And this is something that every single person who will come on our business Facebook business page will see. They will see our post, and then they will see your comment and the name of your business and your name. And this is an active link. And this is where the whole dropping your business card comes in, because every time you comment on another business, a post from another business on their page, your name will always be kept top of mind. It's some things you have to try. So just go comment on something on our Facebook page, and then you'll see what happens. You'll have to practice, but cross-pollination is great. I'll put a link on that video as well in below this post, so you'll know how to find out more about that. So I think we can that sums it up for today.
Yeah,
we're running out of time.
I just want to answer a question that people might have in their head. We keep talking about business card. A business card is created on Facebook through your cover image and your profile picture and the name of your company, plus the location where you're at. So for example, if you were a real estate agent, Heather Clifford Real Estate Vancouver, it would have my name, Heather Clifford Real Estate Vancouver, and it would have a little bit of the cover image picture and a little bit of the profile picture. We actually call that, when people put their cursor over that little square, it's called a thumbnail, on your comment that you make, it turns into what we call the little business card. So that's why we use the terminology business card. And that's why Catherine said, make a comment. Take the time to actually make a comment. If you just click like or use an emoji, you actually become a number. If you take the time to write out a comment on those business pages, you actually can be much more visible, thereby keeping your business name top of mind and not wasting your time when you're doing your strategy ninja tricks on Facebook.
All right, I think that sums it up. So today, this episode 4, we've covered the latest things, including glitches with Facebook, different buttons, call to action that are now available from your Facebook business page, Instagram stories, new features with Instagram stories, advertising options, and challenges, what we've learned from Instagram. So what I'm going to do is, after we say goodbye, I will put links to some videos that explain everything we've covered, so that you will be able to go further and learn further if you'd like to. And sums it up.
Don't forget to share our big news about next weekend, Catherine. We have a very special guest, and we're going to join them in their studio in North Vancouver. That's going to be on Wednesday, May the 24th at approximately 3:30 p.m. We will do some notifications ahead of time. And Catherine, why don't you tell everyone who we're going to be joined with next week?
So it's on the 24th. It's in 2 weeks, I believe. But so on the 24th, we will be teaming up with social chats. Will be with Realty Ninja, and they do amazing websites for real estate agents. We recommend them all the time, and we're going to be giving away some prizes. So make sure to be there if you're in real estate or not, to learn about do's and don'ts, what to do with websites, with newsletters, and with social media, how they all come in together, and how you can generate leads from all this and how to go about it. So this is going to be a really powerful, strong, great show, May 24th, 3:30 on Facebook. Keep It Simple social media page. So
yeah, there's nothing more important than your website. So definitely tune in, if not only to listen. Catherine and I only use websites when we're creating content because we want to drive traffic off Facebook because you don't own it and take it to where your products and services are. And Seppi will be joining us from Realty Ninja, and he's going to show us why it's so important and how you can do it to make your business much stronger on the World Wide Web.
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us, watching the replay. And my name is Heather.
I'm Catherine, and thank you, Robert, our biggest fan.
And our motto here is to keep it simple.